Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Hopefully you can hear me. Just let me know if that is all right for you guys. Hey, LaserJet, how you doing? Yeah, me too. I've not been on this for a long time. And anybody that's been around for a while will know it's not really been one of my favourite routes. I'm going to be honest with you. But we got dynamic weather, haven't we? So I thought, what a perfect way to have a look at the dynamic weather than going on a route that is mostly based around snow and snowy mountains. Let's hope it works out. I'm going to set it to light snow when we set off. I'm going to see if we get anything as we go up the mountain. Michael, how you doing? Oh, you can hear me. Excellent, thank you. Farrah sitting through two adverts. Perfect. I love it. Ah, dear me. Hope everybody's well. Apart from the adverts. Right, let's let me get my headset all sorted out. There we go. Right, so let's have a go at this one. I thought we would go up the mountain, and do you know what? I always struggle to remember which end is which, but Arosa is the top, isn't it? So if we go Chur to Arosa, we should be good. 7 minutes past 10 in the morning. So we've got a morning service. It'll take us just over an hour. So let's pick that. Then let's go to the weather. We'll set it to... Oh, maybe I need to be... Let's have a look. Let's go to November. Can I get light snow? Light snow. We'll start with that. We'll leave it on dynamic. Yeah, it just made me 2p. Do you know, I don't even think it's 2p, Farrah. Let's go down here. Get started. I'm quite looking forward to this because... Do you know what? I think the last time that I ran this, some of you may remember this, it was a while back. I ran this and I spadded near the top. I don't think I've played it since. I was doing the usual and talking too much and not paying attention, and that's what happened. But oh, there's no snow on the ground. That's interesting. Queen Bee, how you doing? Welcome back. Well, we'll start off like this. Hopefully, it builds up on the ground as we've seen in all the demos of the dynamic weather. Right, let me try and remember. Master key to on. Headlight selector 2. Those are the warning lights. The rear lights, we don't need those. The wipers. Let's have a look. Do you know what? I'm going to leave those off for now because the sound can get a bit annoying, can't it? Let's have a look outside. Yeah, I think we're good. So looking at this snow, I hope it settles on the ground. So we're going to try it anyway. Let me know how the game sound is because I know it tends to change between routes. Some routes are noisier than others. So I need to just make sure you can hear me, of course. Let's get the doors open, although there's a lot of people already sat waiting for this run up the mountain. We're already late setting off, by the way. But we'll try and catch it up. It's a pretty easy train to drive, this one, isn't it? So, there you go, Stace. If you're learning TSW, try and get hold of this Arosaline. This is a DLC, though. But look for it in a sale, because this one... Well, it's pretty, as you'll see. But it's easy to drive. I think it's grown on me, Farrah, to be honest. It's definitely grown on me. Of course, we've got the new symbols as well. There was a patch today. You can see the hand there, holding up in front of us. That is the new. Hang on, let's get the brakes off. That is the new symbol for stop rather than go via, which has got a new symbol. And I must have done something wrong here because I am not getting. We got any of it? Oh, local brake. There we go. Got local brake as well. Double braked. Yeah, we got new symbols there. There was other patch. There was other stuff in the patch today, wasn't there? So this is the first time I've jumped on today. I know on that railhead treatment train, if you saw that video at weekend, I mentioned in that video when I ran that they were updating the spray because the spray was a bit pants, wasn't it? It was only like a little jet, but now they've corrected it and it is a big cloud of spray, which is what you would expect. So I'm going to run that again at some point. These cars better stop. Let's take a look outside actually. That's quite cute, isn't it? The old whistle. So the cars have stopped. That's good. It does look nice. Yeah, local brake, Razorjet. Yeah, I got it in the end. I knew it'd be something like that. So Chur stat. And Farah will tell us that stat means town. Chur town. I think people didn't like it because, like, look at this mountain. I mean, look at those trees. It's not brilliant, that, is it? And I think that's what people didn't like. I don't think it was the route they didn't like. I think it was some of that kind of stuff they didn't like. All the close-up stuff's really nice. Right, let me put this on number 2 because that'll take us to 20. So this accelerates in notches, doesn't it? So it won't go beyond 20 kilometers per hour in this notch. I'm not going to keep to time, as you might have gathered. Just going to run, do a nice relaxed run to the top. Just enjoy it. So let's get slowed down. The good thing is I did pick the train brake again. See if anyone wants to get off or on. Thanks everybody for those early likes as well. Appreciate it. And Streamlabs is working. I take it Streamlabs hasn't give you the message yet. Queen Bee. The one that you're waiting for. It's only a matter of time. Loen Castile is next, 6.5 kilometers. So there's the go via. That's the new go via symbol, which is like the arrow, as opposed to the stop symbol. Let's get into notch 4 so that we can do 20. Sitting on the edge of your seat, yeah. 25. So it's kind of sticking to the ground, isn't it? There's a little bit on the ground. So I'm hoping we go from light snow to something a bit more substantial, so we can see it in action. Sitting on the edge of the seat, you know you're not, you're actually in bed. God, that's early. I don't think they still have blackouts, do they, in Coventry? It's sticking a bit more now, look, there you go. I'm kind of hoping the higher up we get some sort of blizzard, but I don't know if that's the thing. With light snow, maybe I would have had to dial it up a little bit. But it's definitely working, isn't it? Because we could see the tarmac when we left. Right, we've got a 30 coming up. Let's just nip back into the cab. It is actually quite a nice cab, this. I don't mind it at all. Pity some of these systems don't work, isn't it? Maybe for the future we'll get something like that. But I guess to write that into the simulator, you know, all the systems for using these might be a bit difficult. Oh, it's building up nicely now, look at this. We've hardly left. Ah, see, the kids are responsible. It's this. Got you. That's your excuse. How's the game sound? Does the game sound okay? Not too loud. The thing is, because this train pretty much drives itself, well, I feel like it drives itself, there isn't that much you need to do apart from admire the scenery. But you know, as I said, I did manage to spad last time. That was because I wasn't paying attention at the station, so you have to still keep your wits about you. But the fact that you can accelerate with these notches of the throttle does make it quite easy. A little bit different coming down the other way because of how steep it is. So you've got to definitely be good on the brakes. Yeah, as you say, yeah, Farah, yeah, unless you're going downhill, which is a bit of a challenge, isn't it? It's definitely pretty though. Oh, look at that, the snow's coming out the side as well, that we've seen on Castle Würzburg. I'd forgotten about that. That looks good. That's quite a nice effect. I like that. This game's too complicated. You don't think you'll stream it. Just have a practice. Just practice it. Seriously, you'll enjoy it. It's going to be massive on your channel, Stace, so we all want to see it. Don't give up. Good way to learn the use of the brakes to control the speed. Yeah. Yeah, this one's a challenge, like Horseshoe Curve is a challenge coming down, as is Sandpatch. Any of those US freight routes are a challenge, aren't they, on the brakes? The danger on those is not keeping to time, it's arriving too early because you got a runaway. What's up with the tutorials, Stace? In fact, the only problem about those tutorials I've found, the ones at the training centre, they're all very similar, aren't they? Yeah, if you've got a freight train, you just run out of the depot up to the edge, reverse, connect to the stationary wagons, run them forward a bit, and then disconnect them. But it's the same for each one. Because I ran a couple of them in a row so that I could clear up one of the trophies. And I noticed that. Some of the others are good. The high speed ones are good, where you go around the track, around the outside of the track. But it's good that they're there in case you need to refer back to them at any point, because you do not play a certain train for a while, and you can completely forget, because you know a lot of them operate differently, start up differently, don't they? Different buttons you need to press. So it's good that there is a playlist of those tutorials that you can go to. You can't do them. You only tried the Class 66, or did you do some others as well? I only saw the 66 on your channel preview video. You gave up. That's not good. Anyway, the good news is, just talking about simulations, don't know if I mentioned this, but I don't know if you guys saw, you guys that are on PlayStation, Power Wash Sim is actually coming to PlayStation. Finally! So I think we'll have a bit of that. You reminded me of that, Stace, because I know you play that on PC. You did hear me say that. Oh, did you not know that, Farah? Yeah, it's true. I saw it on Twitter from the devs themselves. It was on their account. Yeah. I don't think they said when. They just said it was. So, you know, I'll take it. Right, let me drop the throttle because we got a 30 coming up. Slightly over speed, but I'm not fussed. Yeah, it's interesting this, isn't it? Because just on this section there is no snow blowing out the side. I don't know what Streamlabs is doing. We're getting an abundance of channel memberships are available message and nothing else. Oh, there you go. Just as I say that, he pops another one up. Maybe he's listening to me. I just got a trophy, a silver. In it for the long haul with 100. Must have done 100 kilometres in this engine. That must have been what that was. I didn't even know I'd done 100 kilometres, to be honest, in the PS5 version. So that's quite nice. Quite a nice bonus, a silver. I got a 30 coming up. Look at that gradient though, 6%. It's a decent old hill, isn't it? Streamlabs has really kicked in now, and I didn't do anything to it. It just must have been listening. Maybe I've got Streamlabs AI or something. I'm gonna have some fun on your channel, Stace, when you get going, don't worry. Hey 20, how you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're well. Right, so this one's a go via, so I can carry on. Oh, there you go. There's Streamlabs right on cue. That's it now, we'll have to put up with her for another 10 minutes. You see the little addition there as well, Queen Bee. Hey Dave, how's it going? Dave's just reminded me actually, for those of you as well that are playing Train Life, if you're on console, I did see that the patch that they said was coming out, I did see that it was released today for PC. They did say it would be on PC first. It's released today on PC, so I'm hoping it's tomorrow. So if it's tomorrow, we'll maybe do a bit more Train Life tomorrow night as well with the new patch. Now I don't know if the patch notes, I did read the patch notes for the PC version. Some of the stuff they talked about that was coming, I didn't see it in the patch notes, but maybe they're too minor to put in the patch notes. So one of those was the old Matrix effect on the windscreen. He did say that was coming this week, but I didn't see it in the patch notes, so unless that's console specific, in which case hopefully we'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, if we get the patch tomorrow, I'll do a little bit of that tomorrow night. And I'm hoping this red changes when I run over this go via. There we go, good. Right, 4.5 kilometres to Peist, is that? You have to be careful. You have to be careful how you pronounce that, don't you? We're going to the Peist platform. I did see the patch notes, Dave, for TSW3. Yeah. I don't know if there was anything in there that particularly I was waiting for. The absolute main thing that I'm waiting for is this DLC, PlayStation 5 DLC thing, so that I can have all my DLC on at one time. The add-ons manager, as they're calling it now, that's the one absolute thing that I want to see. So that wasn't out today. That must still be having some work done. But I was saying at the beginning, these icons have changed so that you can see that next stop in 4 kilometers. It's got the raised hand. The go vias are little arrows now. There's little bits and pieces like that. They've improved the spray on the railhead treatment train. That's now doing what it should have done. And there's lots of bits and pieces. I noticed the other day as well, when I did the video for the railhead treatment train, the DSD wasn't working. I couldn't cancel it with the circle, and I think they fixed that today as well. I just seen what you did. Stay there. Does it not light up at all, Dave, Who Junction? You'd think it'd be in floodlights, wouldn't you, at night? I think the thing about the patch notes for TSW is, as you know, as long as they keep doing them, that's good, isn't it? As long as they keep pumping them out, and they seem to be, you know, to be fair, they are pumping them out quite quick. Yeah, the snow is back, kicking out from underneath. Yeah, nice to see the Arosaline. Yeah, I was saying at the beginning that it's never been one of my favourite ones, but because of the dynamic weather, I wanted to try it again. And actually, it's grown on me a lot. I wasn't keen on it at first, definitely, but I think it's grown on me. And I'm just being honest, you know. It does have some character about it, doesn't it? It's a little bit different to the others. It does look nice with this snow. So the dynamic weather is on light snow at the moment. And when we left, there was nothing on the ground, and now it's built up. So all these improvements they've done in TSW3, things like the dynamic weather, does on a route like this does make a difference, because you were fairly stuck with whatever weather you picked in the old Arosaline. You were stuck with it, weren't you? Whereas now, you don't know what you're going to get by the time you get to the top. So I can see myself playing this a lot more, to be honest. Yeah, you have the additional pack, don't you, Dave? Was it, what pack was it? Was it a Christmas? It's like a Christmas pack. It had a carriage on it, didn't it, with Christmas lights? That'll be coming out again soon, won't it? In a couple of months. I don't have that DLC. And I think it gave different liveries, didn't it, for the engine rather than just having the red engine. There's a few different liveries, weren't there? I don't know if that's still on sale, is it? I don't recall seeing it in the store. Unless it's just not been ported across yet. We're getting higher up now. Yeah, it's very pretty. And I think the bridge also lights up, Dave, as well, doesn't it? The big viaduct lights up. I've got a 30 coming up. Thanks everybody for those thumbs up, appreciate it. I think it will be definitely easier for me when I'm streaming, when I do have the full choice of all the add-ons though that I've got. I have to sit and think about it, so I had to reinstall this one especially, and I think I put Northern Transpennine on as well, and I went to look for that before and it's missing. So it's installed but it's not showing up, so I've obviously hit the limit. There is a handy spreadsheet that somebody's put on the forums, which has got all the sizes of the DLC, and if you download that, you can plug in which ones you want to install, and it will tell you what the total size will be before you actually bother to download them. So that's quite handy. I was looking at it the other day. But you know, I'm hoping that's not going to be needed. I hope the fix comes soon, because it's I haven't seen too much negative feedback about it on TSW2, so I'm hoping that is good news for us. Dave, you still didn't understand train life and trains on the wrong lines, even when he tried to explain. Yeah, I don't know why they would be on the other side. Yeah, you're right. I think it must have just been added as something else for you to do, and because it's a very arcadey game, and I think he was trying to say that yeah, in real life and in something like TSW, that wouldn't happen. There wouldn't be trains on the other lines. That a proper simulator wouldn't put trains on the wrong track. But I think they've added it to give you another element to do, and I think probably it's purely just that. And I think Puzzle Peanut, yeah, for newbies, yeah, I think Puzzle Peanut was telling me that if you create a new game now, there is an option to force all the AI trains onto their own track. I didn't see that at the beginning when I started my save off, but if that is there, once I've completed it, I'm probably going to restart again, so I'll probably do that. I'll probably knock that off, because it can get a bit bothersome, can't it? They also shouldn't let you kill Bambi. Well, I think there's only Dave done that so far. I think I've been generally alright with that so far. Right, we're stopping at this one, so let's get some brakes in. I'm assuming I opened the left doors. Yeah. I think something needs to be done with the passengers on this. This is just a regular service, but the whole way along, I don't even know if I've seen... I saw at the beginning people were getting on, but I've not really seen anybody getting on or off as I've been coming up. There's definitely people waiting, but nobody getting on, so... Oh, 130 gig is it now for TSW2? Wow. Yeah, I've got that additional disc on my PS5, as you know. I've got an extra terabyte, which just for TSW I think is gonna come in quite handy, to be honest. I mean, I have wondered for a long time, you know, what's the end game with TSW as far as disk space goes? Because on PC you can keep adding, you know, you can keep adding as many discs as you want, can't you? Well, within reason and within your price range. But on console, what's the option once you fill your console up? I mean, it's a while off yet, isn't it? But if you're a big serious train sim world player and you keep going and you keep buying everything, it'll soon approach, won't it? So, yeah. And I think the TSW3 DLCs are bigger as well, aren't they, than TSW2? So, you know, the 3 standard routes that came with TSW3 are a lot bigger. So there'll be some plan somewhere. I've not heard anything though. I drive fast and on the limit. I'm a proper train driver, and if Bambi don't get out of the way, then look out. Yeah, I mean, some of that stuff, I'm really enjoying that train life, don't get me wrong, but some of that stuff, like the Bambi, for example, it's a pity you can't just turn it off or dial it down a little bit, because there's a little bit too much of it, I think. Right, got the doors closed, ready to go. It's funny because I thought we were waiting there for another train in front of us, but nothing's come along. Right, 2.9 to Langwijs, which is where the big bridge is, isn't it? Just after Langwijs station. Yeah, good job you don't use Twitter then, isn't it, Queen Bee? Alright, let's get some speed in. Got the spikes as well there on the pantograph, which is something else that came in with TSW3, wasn't it? Yeah, I think I'll play some more of this. I'm actually quite enjoying this run. Yeah, yeah, that's it, Dave. Yeah, it is looking better. I'd have to go back and look at one of my other streams to see what it looked like before, but I can't put my finger on it, but it definitely is a lot better. Even the reflections on the side of the train look a lot better. It's probably all linked to the lighting, isn't it? Hey, Mr. Wire, how you doing? I think you joined earlier, didn't you? I just missed you. Sorry about that. I think we were just finishing. Her Tintin's German pronunciation is why? What did I say? Langweiss? Is that not right? Or was it one of the others? I have to bow down there to your superior German training, thorough. No half mountains or bits of mountains missing. Yeah, some of the I mean, those trees look a bit naff over there, but I know what you mean. There's no half rocks sticking out like there was. IE equals EE, so Langwies, is it? Right, I read that as Vice. You didn't join because you're at work. I could have sworn right at the end I saw something pop up in the chat. Right at the end. Maybe I was seeing things. I've had a funny old afternoon. .2 kilometers. There you go. You can actually see the hang on Langwies, the Langwies viaduct there. Actually, it's got the Christmas lights on. Look, it is actually lit up. We'll take a better look at that as we get to it. But it has got the lights on. You've put some liveries in the Creators Club. Which trains, Mr. Water? And also, what is your username on the Creators Club? Or are you just Mr. Water 100 still? Do you know, I've got to admit, I've not been in the Creators Club for quite a few weeks. I had a spell of going in most days and having a quick look what was new, and for some reason I just haven't done. I think with all the new stuff coming in with TSW3, it's kind of gone off the radar slightly. Mr. Water Space 100. Yeah, okay. Check that out. The route's hugely improved in the snow. It looks sharper, doesn't it? Look at that sun reflecting there on the side of the mountain. It is better. Much sharper. Right, so we're stopping at this one. There it is with the lights. Just as we get stuck in the trees. And I want to make sure I don't spad like I did on my last stream to this. What? No! After what I just said as well. You're kidding me. Right. You can put. It's all right. You can put the fail flag up now in the chat if you want. Oh my god. I have got to learn to not go out of the cab. I'm telling you. Oh dear me. Right. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do. I did jinx myself. You're exactly right. I have a problem with this route, and it does it all the time. Oh dear me. That's annoyed me. Right. You know what we'll do? Let's run it from the top down to Langvies. I can't say Langvies. Langvies. I'm going to call it Langvies just because it's easier for me. Oh dear me. That's a proper fail, isn't it? Right, so let's go Arosa to Chur, but we'll just take it down to where I hit the red light. Let me do the weather. Back to light snow. I can't believe that. That is just my luck. Oh, I need to change this to November, or else the light snow doesn't appear. That's it. You didn't see that. See, I can't stream this route. I can't stream this route, look at the chat, show you everything, and still not spad, it seems. So I'm gonna run it again at some point, and we're gonna do it properly. Right, go on, Farah, read that out. Stace saw that one. Yeah. That's just one of those things, isn't it? Look what these guys do. Look, it's snowing and these guys are still in t-shirts and things. Actually, you know what? I opened the doors, but I didn't do anything else. Let's get everything set up. That might be an idea. Put that on 2. Put it to forwards. Take both brakes off this time. Good to go. Right. So we'll do the second half from a different direction. What happened? What happened to get? She got timed out. Wait, I can view the deleted message. What was it? What did she put? Right, I don't even know why she got timed out for that. I have no idea why she got timed out. Timed out for 1 second, so it wasn't too bad. Right, here come the brakes. I don't know why you got timed out for that, Stace. No idea. Have I walked around that lake? Yeah, I have actually, because there's some collectibles around that lake. So if you go to get the collectibles, you'll need to go. I think you need to go all the way around, as I remember. Yeah, collect. Yeah, there's Farah saying it. Yeah, collectibles. You didn't swear, did you? You didn't swear. Or did I miss that? Laserjet, you're downloading the route. Nice, nice. Oh, did you? I didn't see that. Well, good. You got timed out for 1 second. You deserve it. Lizaruti, we're going to. We're just getting up to the pretty viaduct as well there, which is a shame. I actually do think the last time I ran it on stream and I spadded, I did get further than that. So today was even worse. And I was just about to comment that this is one of those routes where the red light is always just beyond the objective, so you've got to be careful. So there you go. The snow's just starting to settle again, which is quite nice. I'll put the windscreen wipers on, but you'll have a good time out and a naughty step. Oh, don't be talking about donuts. Actually, you know what? Autobahn 3 got, I think, in the last week or so, 2 patches, two quite substantially sized patches as well. And I ran it, and I couldn't even work out what had changed, to be honest. So I was trying it out with a view to being able to play it again, and no, not yet. It's not worth it yet. So that one, at least I don't feel guilty about that one being on the pile of shame. Ghosting on the wipers, yeah, there's a little bit, unless it's just my stream. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could find out what was in the patches, to be honest. Then I knew what it was I was looking at to test. But no, just I thought the frame rate at least would be improved, you know, on the PS5, because when you're driving around it's a bit difficult. Well, at least doing it this way, it wasn't planned, but at least doing it this way we get to go 2 directions, don't we, in one stream, so at least for a little bit. You're tempted to make a Christmas scenario on West Somerset. Yeah, go for it. I think there's going to be a few people doing stuff like that, isn't there? And you may as well start now because it'll be Christmas before we know it. I think things like that will be pretty popular, to be honest. Yeah, 10th of November, Mr. Watty, yeah. I was actually watching a little bit more PC footage of that earlier this week. Looks pretty good. The ghosting happens a lot on this game. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't really like having the wipers on if I can help it. I've got to get the anchors on. It's deceptive on this route, isn't it? Because that distance there being sort of as the crow flies, you think you're 600 away, but in this particular instance where you are now, look how much zigzagging there is to actually get down there. That's another one for a pile of shame, is it, Farah? You'll be getting the wallet out, will you? I assume. I tell you what though, a lot of these simulators though that are around the sort of 30 quid mark is probably about right, isn't it? It's not a bad price point, is it, for some of those? Yeah, just my opinion. You can stop at some point. Could be in a small sale by Christmas anyway if you're not desperate to play it. There might be, there might be some money off it by Christmas. They usually do decent sales, don't they, at Christmas on most things. You get a bonus SUV, do you, if you pre-order it on the store? Yeah, I'm definitely going to take a look at it. As I mentioned during the week, I'm hoping that Construction Sim is fixed for PlayStation because I want to get back to playing that as well, and I've left it for a couple of weeks. The Coastline Flight Sim that we played today, I think that came out in November last year, so it's coming up for a year old. So you would think that you would see it soon in some kind of sale. No lawn mowing. You're not keen on that one, Dave. You haven't got that, have you? The idea is you're meant to sync all these together, right? So you're meant to cut somebody's lawn, then somebody turns up in the police sim to catch you because you've done the wrong lawn. You get to on the road and jump in a truck. The truck physics are crap, so you have to jump out of the truck, and then you get into tourist bus, drive that around for a bit. Nobody patches tourist bus, so you have to jump out of the tourist bus, and you have to get into train life. Then as you're going around train life, you hit Bambi, so you have to jump out of that, you have to get in TSW, and then you end up back where you started. So there's a sales thing there, somebody needs to develop a linkage between them all. good. We made it to this one. We didn't go through the red. Your head spins just watching it. Oh dear. Oh, here we go. This is probably my train coming up now. Somebody else has taken over. Relief driver. Switch to somebody who's a bit more reliable, who can actually get it to the top. So yeah, that's how close we were, look, because we're now at Langvies. Langvies is the next one, so we weren't that far away. So that probably is my train, just there. I think you said it earlier though, Farah. I mean, I agree with Mr. Water that if you want a flight sim, you've got to go for Microsoft Flight Sim. But if you haven't got the ability to do that, then something like that Coastline one's just a bit of fun. It's never going to be the serious simulator that Microsoft Flight Sim is. But if you just want to jump in a plane and just do something relaxing with no pressure, that's the one. So let's hope the viaduct is still lit up going this way, which is what I was trying to show you when we ran the red. Wonder what the DTG UK route is. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? There was quite a bit of stuff announced, really, wasn't there, on that roadmap? And hopefully that means that they didn't give any dates, but hopefully that means, you know, something before Christmas. I don't think they gave the order, did they, of when things are coming out as well? So is the UK route first, for example? Not sure. Not sure. But I mean, if more stuff is coming out, then definitely I need that add-ons manager sooner rather than later. Note to self: Microsoft Flight Sim add to list. Oh dear, that is going to be another great one. I've got to see that. .5 kilometres. Not to self, take it off the list. Yeah, LaserJet. You don't know, do you? There's all these new developers coming in as well. So that's got to be good, hasn't it? Because you know they're gonna have more time, aren't they, to work on things than DTG have got. I mean, from what I can remember because they announced about Alan Thompson, didn't they? When I used to watch Alan Thompson quite a bit. I mean, I've never played Train Simulator, but I used to quite like watching his stuff. He mainly, if not pretty much all the time, ran UK stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that his team, depending how many projects they get given, I'm hoping his team are going to work on UK stuff and we get quite a substantial batch of UK DLC going forward, because that'll be good. But we're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, it's quite positive news though, isn't it? There's the bridge, which is what we tried to see from that station right there. These trees that are quite close to the track are nice, aren't they? With the snow on. I don't know if you remember, but the old trees close to the track that had snow on, they looked more. The tree trunk wasn't discernible from the branches, if you know what I mean. They were kind of just white. And I've come to a stop, which is fine because I want to look at these trees. But now you can actually tell this is a tree, if that makes sense. There's a bit of green, there's a bit of white. It's not just all whited out. And you see on the trunk, there's bits of snow on the trunk. That's what I mean. These trees there, see the trees in the background there? These ones. That's what all the trees look like. But these ones, quite close to the track, are quite nice. So there's another improvement. Talk about the DLC. Somebody's going to make a pacer, aren't they? The community's going to riot if somebody doesn't make a pacer quite soon. There's even snow there on the bridge, look. Right, so we've got a red coming up. So I'm going to take it easy this time. First time you've seen the lights, they updated that in some patch. They made some improvements to the distant scenery, and I think they put that in at the same time. It was probably just about the time they brought out that pack that Dave was talking about with the additional liveries, but that came free for everybody because I haven't got that additional pack. Although I have, even though spadded, I have quite enjoyed this tonight, and I'm interested in that pack now because I think I can see myself playing this now. It's much, much better. Look at the detail here just coming into this station. So yeah, you've got those. You've got the lights on the Farah in your version. So I think the red is this board, isn't it? That's the red. That board is the red. Which is another thing you've got to watch for if you're not quite used to it. We'll open the doors anyway, but that's where I'm going to call it a night. So thanks everybody for coming in and enjoying my spad. It's all part of driving, isn't it? You can fail as well as we're doing it properly. So thanks everybody for coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks again, Stace, for the 2 months membership. I definitely appreciate that. And we'll be back tomorrow night, probably with Train Life. If the patch has come in, we can have a look at the patch and have a read through the patch notes and just see what's new. So until then, have a good night, everybody. Catch you later.